Hi there, my name is Toby, known as Toby Owen Sketch, and I thought I would finally create a video where I could introduce you to my channel. So, welcome here to my channel, and let me tell you a little bit about myself and a little bit about where you can find my art, my teaching and my tutorials. So as my name, Toby Urban Sketch, implies, I am mostly an urban sketcher. I get out as much as I can, but I also do, of course, a lot of sketching in the studio. I live in England, so as anyone from England will know, sketching outside all the time is not practical. But I use my style in a very similar way indoors or out. So I like to use techniques which are quick, which are loose, perhaps a bit splashy and experimental, mostly using ink, fountain pens and watercolours to create quite spontaneous, quick and sketchy art. I guess a little bit about my processes might be useful to know. I don't use much in terms of materials really. I've got everything. You can see my little studio around me isn't the world's biggest studio by any means. It's a little box room in our house. I have a little palette of watercolours. I normally use a fountain pen or two, and then maybe a brush. Recently I've been using this big brush because I've been doing some sort of bigger sketches on loose paper. Often I sketch in small sketchbooks, like an A5 sketchbook is my favourite. Normally I'll use a Moleskine sketchbook just because they seem quite good value for money. I quite like the texture of the paper and I'm used to using it. And in watercolours and sketching, knowing our instruments is far more important, I think, than having the best or the most perfect or the most expensive things. What do I do with all my art after I finish making it? It's all piled up here. So I have reams and reams of sketchbooks and of presentation folders filled with my loose sketches. A lot of it is hung around our house, and long-suffering girlfriend, mother and other family members have got a large amount of art on their walls. I occasionally sell my art, but I haven't for a while because I've been extremely busy with all the teaching and things, and I find teaching far more rewarding than producing things for money. Now, part of what I love to do is to teach, to share my processes and my style and share my main mantra, which is that perfection's boring and making mistakes is fun, and just experimenting, getting out there and enjoying sketching is what sketching is all about. So where can you find my various bits of teaching? Well, of course you've got here on YouTube. You've also got here on sketchloose.co.uk and here on Skillshare. Now on YouTube, I'm sure you know what to do. So if you just hit the subscribe button, turn notifications on, you'll be alerted every time I release a video. Normally I aim for a video on Saturday, doing a sort of processy, sketchy video, and then on Tuesday and Thursday, which are more sort of tips and tricks videos. If you want to find more about my personal courses, head across to www.sketchloose.co.uk. The courses on sketchloose.co.uk are based around key concepts in sketching, where we work through a workshop together with a handout, several videos and a big sketching challenge at the end of each workshop. And each course has a number of workshops within it. So plenty of material to get through, all based around the idea of a looser sketching style with either ink, watercolour or both. And last but not least, we've got Skillshare. I have a very large library of Skillshare courses up there, which gives you hours and hours of, I'm sure, fun, riveting fun to get through. But being more serious, of course, the courses are very varied up there. Everything from things on perspective through to just total experimental watercolour techniques and everything in between. So if you want to check out the Skillshare again, you can use my referral link, which is in the description below this video, and I would love you to join me there. You can also use the referral link to get a free week, so a week, no questions asked, you can cancel, nothing gets taken from you, and in that time you can get through a number of courses. Or if there's something particularly that you're interested in and you would like to try out, then do feel free to email me, message me, and I'll be happy to provide a sort of free access link to any of my classes so that you can try out the platform and see if it's for you. If you want to know more about the processes I use, then you need just look at a few of my YouTube videos. If you want to know more about my supplies, then you can check out my website. And I've also got a few videos on YouTube specifically about the palette I'm using or the brushes and pens and things as well. And that is pretty much everything I can think to say about myself that you might not be bored by. So without further ado, thank you for watching, welcome to my channel and happy sketching. So thank you everyone for watching my little sketching videos. If you enjoy my content, please do subscribe to my channel because it makes me really, really happy. Thanks again.